Are you space marining? Yes, I am. I am gonna be space marining today. I'm so excited. Not doing Warhammer games yet. I'm gonna emphasize that with a big yet. Yet. I just hit a pole. Why is there a pole in your room? Because it's holding my microphone. So I watched Astartes. Astartes 2 official teaser trailer. And Astartes was amazing and immaculate, and I loved it. I loved the whole thing. Warhammer is going to take a long time for me to get through, but I got suggestions of what I should watch in order to learn the lore. His name is Bricky. Bricky does a lot of lore videos. Let's get into this.
In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium exists the Empire of Man, a backwards carcass of an empire comprised of many devoted forces, gigantic robot knights, religious machine cultists, and incredibly heavily armored women, most likely with sweltering abs.
Wait,
and one must
there are
know.
women! Fuck you, Flash Kids! Why? What did we do? There are women in Warhammer! I'm going to be a sexy nun, guys! If you ever see me cosplay, I'm going to cosplay a sexy Warhammer nun. I'm gonna be a space marine nun. You see me? I'm gonna have sexy abs and all of it. I'm gonna do it all. Nuns with guns! Nuns with guns! Religion and powerful women. I love it! I love it!
What those abs taste like.
He's just like me, for real, for real. I also like to lick abs. I do. I want to, you know, like I want to bite on them. I just got.
Jesus Christ.
I get it. I get it. Bricky, we're on the same wavelength. I see you. I see you, King. I see you. Let's go, Bricky. Let's go. I'm hyped. I'm excited. Ooh, I've seen this.
The age of
This was on the necklace, the emblem necklace. Okay, the age of knowledge and enlightenment.
knowledge and enlightenment has ended.
Oh no.
The age of darkness
Ooh.
has begun.
Oh, we going into the dark ages straight up. Crazy.
Roughly 60 million years ago, there existed aliens. And these aliens lived short, painful lives. They belonged
Okay.
to radiation-stricken worlds and often died of various cancers before the age of 30. These aliens, the Necron tier, looked up to the stars and found extreme beings of real power. Beings with the ability to create life. The Old Ones of the galaxy. They asked these Old Ones for help. Please cure us of our ailments. To which the Old Ones said, piss off. So the Necron tier gathered together and did the sensible thing.
How dare those old fucks? How dare they? Because the aliens are like, yo, please help me. And the old fucks are like, nah. That's so rude. No wonder we're in the Dark Ages. I'd revolt. I would. I hope they did.
They declared war upon these old beings and were promptly beaten into the dirt back to their short, painful lives. In the world of Warhammer, there is a hell. This hell is not like you and I know it. It's more of an afterlife, a place where dead souls end up. This place has many names: the Imperium, the Sea of Souls, the Immaterium, and the Ether. But mostly, we just call it the Warp. While you and I know of hell.
I like the names. The names are really good. You can tell if it's going to be a good story or good lore if it has good names picked out for it.
As a place of horrors and punishment, the Warp isn't really that. Not in the beginning. It's energy, but the kind of energy formed from thought and soul. Psychic energy, where the dead souls of people end up in a place that is impossible to understand. No laws of reality exist. Like, time is merely a suggestion, and it is not something that can be braved easily. The Warp
That's so cool.
would be like sailing the ocean in a pirate movie. To jump from your ship would be certain death. To stay in the sea for too long on your boat could drive a man mad. And there are many dangerous things lurking in those depths. Yet, the sea is not evil. It simply is.
It just exists.
Mostly. There are more malevolent
That's so cool. Dude, his metaphors are really good.
beings in those waters. Areas that you do not sail towards.
Like Poseidon.
This would be known as the realm of chaos.
Hey guys, that's where I'm from. That's where I'm from.
Heresy!
I'm from the realm of chaos. Little did you know, I've been infecting you. I've been here all along. You think I chose to be cute just to do it? No. I will bite your ankles and kick you in the shins. I'll bite your toes.
Us gods. Khorne, the god of combat, murder, and slaughter, with a pile of skulls taken in his name. Tzeentch, god of change, mystery.
Ooh, this guy, Tzeentch, looks cool.
And deceit, a confusing paradox of lies, schemes, and sorceries. And Nurgle, god of rot, pestilence, and Genshin Impact. All things
Wait, what?
rot.
Why is Nurgle from Genshin Impact?
Pestilence and Genshin Impact. All things rot in the end. And Grandfather Nurgle is waiting for you with open arms. These gods...
He didn't emphasize why Genshin Impact. I'm a Genshin Impact person. What do you mean? He's saying Genshin is brain rot. You fucker! Dude, listen. Don't you shame me. This is so rude. God damn it.
ruled their respective realm in the warp, sending their many followers against each other in the great game to be the most powerful of all the gods. So the warp exists. Hell is real, parallel to our galaxy, with the realm of chaos and its gods fighting for control. But
got it.
There are also gods of real space, gods of the normal world too. They're called Catan, and they eat stars.
They eat stars? That's actually, you know what? If I could eat a star, I think I would. I'm not gonna lie, I think I would. What do you think a star tastes like? If I were to guess, I think stars would taste like tequila. I feel like that's what it would taste like. Just like kind of the burning sensation, but like you see the light. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, whoa, you know? Dae, you can't even handle a microwave to hot pocket. What do you mean? How do you know that? I mean, no, you're not right. Fuck.
God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created.
These star gods saw the plight of our poor Necron tier and how the Old Ones cast them aside and said, you know what? You guys want immortality? Oh, we will make it happen. We are the gods of the tangible, of real space.
Ooh.
We can give you a cure. So then they ate all their souls.
What the fuck? They eat stars and souls?
And turned them into robots.
What? Hold up. I want to look at the credits of that.
Souls.
John Warhammer. Arkan Land. Music by Greg Guardsman Heffley.
And turned
Greg Heffley? Greg Heffley! Diary of the Wimpy Kids. I love that.
Them into robotic automaton, feasting on their souls and leaving a hollow shell of an intelligence left that is technically immortal, with the power of an entire species.
So they got their price of immortality, but at what cost? At what cost?
With the power of an entire species' souls, they turned their new robotic slaves on the Old Ones and hunted them to extinction. The Necron tier, now the soulless, undying Necrons, got their wish at the price of their souls. But we can count the number of kind gods on an amputated hand.
That's
With time,
true.
The selfish star gods turned on each other, fighting one another for more chances at glory and power. With this, the leader of the Necrons, Zarek, the Silent King, the man who doomed his species when he accepted this deal, waited, planned, bide his time until he seized the perfect moment and turned his legions of undead citizens against the star gods. Gods
revolution!
Killed, but they can be broken. So Zarek broke the star gods into thousands of pieces and locked them away in vaults, taking their free will away as they did to them, and sealed them away as basically Pokemon to be used as weapons in the future.
That's crazy.
It's Pikachu!
It's the Void Dragon!
Zarek,
damn, that's really cool.
them with his perfect memory, exiled himself for his sins, flying out to the darkness between galaxies to atone for what he had done. This entire situation, the genocide of the Old Ones and the rebellion of Zarek, will go down in history as the War in Heaven. It is the most brutal war the galaxy has ever seen and ever will see. This was a conflict that took an entire galaxy-spanning species and pitted them against gods that ate stars. The Necrons, rather crippled from, you know, the War in Heaven, decided to go to sleep in gigantic tomb worlds on various planets until the upstart species of the galaxy died out. And so turns out when you have a war that lasts tens, hundreds of thousands of years and involves the genociding of multiple species, the Old Ones of the galaxy, and the consumption of souls from an entire race, the warp gets a little wacky. You know, if you had a kiddie
that makes
pool
sense.
and it was nice and calm, Korn is over there splashing about, so you don't really go in that direction. Nurgle has explosive diarrhea, so you don't really go in that direction either. But you can still kind of get in the pool. The pool's still fine. Turns out when you add a couple trillion souls to that kiddie pool, it'll make the waves a little more turbulent. And turns out a lot of them like to pick a side, Nurgle, Tzeentch, or Korn. So the once calmer warp, the once relaxing kiddie pool has now been bloated. A million years of war.
So the realm of chaos has expanded immensely. I don't like where this is headed.
Will certainly make Korn, god of murder and slaughter, more powerful. A million years of war will probably make Tzeentch, god of deception and change, a little more powerful. And good god, a million years of war will make Nurgle, god of decay, just the tiniest bit more powerful. Now entering that kiddie pool is no longer fun, it's dangerous. The warp is now a problem. Hell is resembling hell a lot closer to what we imagined it originally. The Sea of Souls and the Realm of Chaos are now intertwined. So who else to brave the galaxy than a species that won't need to deal with that?
The Age of the Elder. Ooh,
the
elves!
Our space.
They're elves! They're elves! These are my people! My people! Listen, I know I said I belong to the realm of chaos, but I am also a pixie, so I am a half-breed. If a corn demon had a baby with an Eldar, that equals me. That is my lore. If you ever question my lore, that is what it is. Do with it as you will.
Tall, slender, pointy ears, a bit more androgynous looking, no matter what DeviantArt will tell you, and a bit
Yes, I love DeviantArt. I miss DeviantArt.
And a bit stronger on the emotional side. The Old Ones, as I mentioned, could create life. And when they were getting, you know, absolutely bodied by the Catan and the Necrons, they made some new races to try to help them. One of them was the Eldar. It didn't save them, but they're here now anyway. Oh, and also the Orcs, but
the Orcs!
They're busy right now.
Dope. Yeah. I'm sorry. I get really hyped up. That's fucking metal, bro. Guys, I think I'm falling in love with the lore. I really do. The lore is getting so good. I love orcs. I really do. They're so amazing and strong, and I want to be a muscle mommy.
Particularly psychically powerful race. So they were really adept at being able to handle the new turbulent warp of chaos and good at killing Necrons, hence why they went to sleep. Being psychically gifted is basically like being a wizard, but you get your wizard powers from hell. This is called being a psyker. And basically, if you want to do cool wizard shit like lightning from your hands or reading someone's mind, you can do that. But you siphon the energy to do that from the warp. Luckily, the Eldar are very good at handling this without too many negative effects because, you know, summoning power from the Sea of Souls with the new Chaos friends can be a bit of an issue. But
yeah, it's gonna be a little taxing on the mental.
Really cool and also awful about Warhammer is that most developed species travel long, faster than light distances by going through that warp. They create a tear in reality to unreality and move through it. Faster than light travel? Cringe. We go through hell itself to deliver your packages. For those of you who play Minecraft.
Damn, they go through hell itself. That's a hard ass line, I gotta say.
Minecraft, you know how the nether is like a pocket dimension? So moving 10 spaces in the nether is actually moving something like 1,000 in the real world. That's basically what warp travel is. Just much like in the nether, there are a lot of things that want to kill you. The Eldar found a way to do so in between realities. Not regular reality, not the warp, something else. A purgatory of sorts. A fabricated psychic realm that allowed them to travel without fearing the negative effects of the warp. The Eldar were the perfect fit for the new galaxy, and they took it with open arms and pointy ears. The empire of the Eldar spread everywhere, and it spread all the way until now, the 21st century. That's right, while you are watching NPC streams on TikTok, the space elves were ruling the galaxy, and they did so for quite a long period of time.
I like the Eldar characters. That's so cool. I feel you'd love the Animorphs lore. Maybe. Is that a Warhammer thing, or is that separate? It's a children's book series about war and PTSD. What? That sounds really sad. I don't like sad. You guys like to see me cry, huh? You guys are sick.
21st century came and went. Humanity grew and grew all under the nose of their elf overlords. At this time, humans advanced, your classic sci-fi style way. We began to expand, colonize our solar system, terraformed our planets, created new and more powerful machines and starships. The Age of Terra, also known as Earth, but we call it Terra here, was here. And existed between the 21st century all the way until the 15th millennia. Not much is known about this time, not much needs to be known. Humanity grew up, sought the stars. It's classic. Then came the years between 15,000 and 25,000, the Age of Technology, or to some, the Dark Age of Technology. This is when humanity reached a new apex of technological understanding. When you think of sci-fi, there's a lot of things you can think of. Star Trek, maybe Star Wars style, you can go cyberpunk dystopian. The Age of Technology was deep sci-fi, like a scientific prowess that fringed on magic. This is also when the first ever psychers began showing up in humanity. Individuals with the genetic mutation to be able to access the warp, and then because of that, travel through it. Humanity was no longer constricted to their early ways of travel. With warp travel, they could go anywhere in the galaxy. They equipped ships.
Do you know how much that would save our, Earth if we could just do warp travel? That would be so freaking cool. But yeah, imagine just warping, just beep, beep, beep. That would be absolutely lit. I don't know about going through hell for getting groceries though, Dae. A small price to pay. I consider it a small price to pay. Imagine not having to pay for gas. Now that is true hell. Have you seen the gas prices these days? Oh, nar. No, thank you. If only, imagine having to do social interaction. Nah, I gotta say, I'd rather travel through hell.
With gigantic AI machines, with everything you would ever need to know about mankind, and sent them out on colony ships to expand their influence across the galaxy. And this was truly the golden age of humanity. And with every golden age, there is a fall. While the new human upstarts of the galaxy were reaching new levels of technology and prowess, the Eldar were engaging in
debauchery.
What happens when a species has everything? You can produce unlimited food out of nothing. Your need for farmers and workers, gone. You have dominated the stars and have created a fast travel system that doesn't rely on the dangers of the warp. You have nothing else to do. You have no struggles, no problems, and feel as if there is nowhere else to go. Well, you begin to experiment. The Eldar started harmless enough. You take a serious interest in your species' culture, your arts, paintings, poems, plays.
That's beautiful.
They're Eldar, elves, remember? Their emotions are heightened, more powerful than us humans. So your plays get louder. They start to push on the limits of your hearing ability. Your music becomes different, more deranged. It pushes the boundaries of what is art. The visual spectacle of art becomes more bizarre, more delusional, more eccentric. And
the Lulu is the Salulu. We've established this.
Let's not forget a very important sense. Touch. Pornography is one thing. Broth.
Hey yo, where are we headed, Bricky? Bricky, don't tell me these elves got bricked up. Bricky, is that what you're telling me, that these elves got bricked up? So Warhammer fans are just degens. No wonder you welcomed me! You sick fucks! You sick fucks! What have you guys done? You guys are just trying to weed me in! I'm onto you! I'm onto all of you! God damn it, I'm onto you, bastards! Stop my turn! What am I signing up for? If you you guys rule 34 me into any fucking Warhammer shit, I swear to God, I will find you and I will hunt you down and I will massage your brain with. She found Slaanesh. She's on the road to Slaanesh. Oh my God. Is that like, you know what? I don't know if I can say that. Never mind. Let's keep it going.
Brothels is another. What if they all mixed? What if your brothels were part of your art and music? And what if those became more deranged? The boundaries of debauchery were not just met, but shattered. Next thing you know, murder is commonplace and often mixed with the art, music, and sex. Pain is a common byproduct of entertainment. Whatever.
So all of you, you're all sadistic masochists. Like, you're either one. You guys are just letting all your kinks out there. That's it. That's what you guys are doing. Okay. Am I disappointed? Yes. Am I surprised? No. Hey, Team Nurgle here. Don't look at me. I can already guess that Slaanesh filth is being peddled right now. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. I don't know what Slaanesh means, but apparently. Am I right, chat? Probably, most likely. Listen, you fucking sick motherfuckers. It's because I did this, huh? It's because I do this. That's why you guys are trying to rope me in? Filthy animals. Men.
You can have must be increased, must be enhanced, must be taken to the limits.
God damn it.
Empire slipped into a nightmarish realm of debauchery and excess, with the worst of it taking place in a city in the webway, a black market for these kinds of heinous acts known as Kamara. Some Eldar saw the writing on the wall, saw what was happening to their species and how far they had slipped. So they boarded continent-sized starships called craft worlds and left their empire, seeking a more enlightened, calmer existence among their peers. Some, those in Kamara, pushed it to even greater heights, relishing the pain and torment they inflicted on those around them. All during this, the warp, the yin to the yang of the world, was fed by these emotions, by the psychic power of the Eldar, by the...
So the warp is like a sponge and soaking in all of its like feelings of its people and the souls. That's crazy. So imagine a fetish, now crank it to 127 till the knob breaks. Why? Basically, the Dark Elder got lost in the sauce. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so done. Let's go, baby.
Souls taken in these depraved acts on a galactic scale. And just like that, Eldar ended. Slaanesh, the fourth chaos god, was birthed into existence.
Chat, okay? Look at this right here. Is that what I think it is? Don't say what it is. But is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. Probably was. Remember how I said that I was part of Eldar? I regret that now. I regret it. Oh my God.
And consumed the souls of 90% of the Eldar population. Those that fled were spared the worst of it, and those in the webway and Kamara were able to stave off the pull of Slaanesh so long as they continued to commit horrid acts of torture and violence. But for the majority of the Eldar, their empire died with Slaanesh's birth. The new fourth chaos god, she who thirsts, the god of unspeakable excess of pleasure, pain, hedonism, and perfection, had been born.
Yeah, being an Eldar sucks. Not gonna lie, I'm down bad for her. You heathen! I see it though. I mean, I'm just basically just anything that turns you on, Slaanesh will look like. I mean, no, Dae, no. We are a PG-13 channel. No, we're not. I kind of respect it though. Without condoning or condemning, I understand. Exactly. Dae, I know what went on in your head. Stop! And if it was, and don't look at me. I am a DJ and I know, I'm sorry. So if I am Khorne and now Slaanesh combined and that creates me, why does it still make sense? I don't like this.
With the fall of the Eldar Empire came the ruin of humanity. Slaanesh's birth sent storms in the warp across the galaxy, making travel between star systems impossible. Coupled with a huge classic AI rebellion, as a staple in these sci-fi settings, humanity began to suffer the Age of Strife. Now, planets that relied on intergalactic travel were completely cut off. Long-range messages normally sent through the warp were snuffed out. If you were a planet that was great at mining stuff, but couldn't get food, well, you know that movie about the rugby players in the mountains? Oh, and because of these insane warp storms and fluctuations, psychers began to appear among the human population a bit more often. Now, this initially had them hunted down as witches, because that's pretty common in this setting, but some deemed it right to protect them. Unfortunately for those people, psychers, because they open a gateway to the warp, don't really know how to use their powers well, and they kinda attract demons, who then force their way through the psyker as a conduit of sorts and begin to slaughter the population of your planet. The Age of Strife was a catastrophic period of time for humanity and set back their progress tenfold over the not one, not two, but 5,000 year period. During this time, the age of humanity that we know began to form. Worlds equipped with large mechs for agriculture began to equip them with weapons to defend from alien and demonic invaders. Over 5,000 years.
So it was an evolution of humanity having to get stronger in order to fight against the demons. And that's why Space Marines exist. This is dope!
A custom and tradition, dubbing them as Night Worlds, a feudal society of honor-bound knights and gigantic robots that uphold the chivalric code to defend their worlds and honor. A group of individuals.
If there are any Night Space Marines out there that need a Valentine, hit me up. I'm just saying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hee, hee, bing bong.
Individuals on Mars, after radioactively bombing their planet to become inhospitable to human life, ran their entire lives underground on the few life support systems keeping them alive. Those technicians who could work on the machines and keep them operational were revered, and over 5,000 years went from skilled members of society to full-blown priests. The Cult Mechanicus, or Tech Priests of Mars, formed in the ashes of the Red Planet with a religious fervor and doctrine on the cult of the Machine God. And on Earth, or Terra, techno-barbarian tribes waged war across the planet in a Mad Max style of blood and gore, until finally, a mysterious man who lived in the shadows of Terra for millennia finally revealed himself to the populace. His name was the Emperor. He deemed himself the Emperor of mankind. Where did he come from? I don't know. Why is he 10 feet tall and the most powerful psyker of all of mankind? I don't know. Why is he basically immortal? I don't know. Where'd Cotton Eye Joe go? Who knows? But he's here, and he isn't happy with all of you ripping up Terra. So he began the Unification Wars, where he and a very early version of the famous Space Marines, the Thunder Warriors, reunited Terra under a single banner. With blood. Then, after taking over Earth, he reunited the Thunder Warriors into the fucking dirt. This is where we get the Imperium of Man, also known as the Imperium. The new faction headed by the Emperor of Mankind, with a treaty signed with the Cult Mechanicus on Mars to spread out and reunite humanity after the catastrophic Age of Strife. But first, the Emperor is going to need some smaller versions of himself. 20 of them, 18 of them, I meant, gene-crafted sons of the strongest human to ever live. All of them possess unparalleled strategic power, intelligence, formidable strength and size, a real powerful force to unite humanity and stop the chaos of the current galaxy. Speaking of chaos, you ever seen that image of that guy? It's like throwing the baby like a basketball. It's about what happened. The Chaos Gods intervened and grabbed the 18 Primarch gestation pods and yeeted them across the galaxy at a whim, everywhere they could possibly go. A galactic game of keep away. So the Emperor had to get them back. So begins the Great Crusade. A crusade.
Damn. The Chaos Gods just were like, nah.
How about no? How about not today?
Yep, the Emperor is here.
Crusade across the stars to reunite not just humanity, but the Emperor with his fallen sons. The first to be found was Horus, one of the strongest and most noble sons. The Emperor carried with him a legion of newly crafted warriors with genetic material made from their Primarch father. These are the newly made Space Marines. For Horus, his were the Luna Wolves. And as the Emperor
Ooh.
continued on his Great Crusade, he found more and more of his sons, reuniting them with their individual Space Marine legions. Leman Russ, the Cunning Hunter with the Space Wolves. Rogel Dorm, the Phalanx with the Imperial Fists. Angron, the Barbarian, the Very Angry with his World Eaters. Fulgrim, the Perfect with his Emperor's Children. And Jagatai Khan, the Swift, the Stoic, and his White Scars. Those were just some of the 18.
These
and
are,
one by
their names are super cool. These factions are super, super dope. It's very, very like...
his lost Primarch sons were returned to him, and their Space Marine legions returned to them. The Great Crusade saw humanity once again reconquer the stars, returning worlds of humanity back to the Imperium and killing any and all who stood against their noble crusade. But in the years of the 31st millennia, treachery would break this all apart.
Oh shit.
We don't know what we did.
Yeah, all good things must come to an end, sadly.
The Emperor's most beloved and favored sons, named War Master for the Crusade, succumbed to the power of chaos and daddy issues, all because of that bastard Erebus. Yo, fuck Erebus. Slowly, Horus would become corrupted, turning the Emperor's sons against him. This begins the most pivotal moment in our story, and the one that has like 50 books written about it, the Horus Heresy. 9 of the 18 Primarchs turned against the Emperor, and the following years were a bloody battle for the throne of Terra. The Emperor originally was working on a special webway project, just like the Eldar, to make faster-than-light travel significantly easier and safer, really improve humanity to allow them to conquer the stars without the risk of the warp. Well, this big...
Damn. He was so close. He just wanted humanity to be reunited. He missed everybody. And this is the thanks he gets? Our Emperor? That's so sad. He was trying his hardest. Man, I'm mad.
Big red idiot named Magnus kind of blew a hole into that, literally and figuratively. So Big E over there is stuck on a gigantic golden throne, holding back the oncoming rush of demons and powering the Astronomicon, basically a big North Star for people who are sailing in the warp to help them navigate. The Horus Heresy saw many loyalist and traitor legions pitted against each other in a bloody war until it reached Terra itself. Horus, unable to break through the lines and with time running out, made a gambit and opened his ship up to be boarded. The Emperor took this challenge, quickly allowing someone else to take control of the throne as he teleported his way onto Horus's flagship, the Vengeful Spirit. The Emperor, unable to truly kill his most beloved son, changed his mind right quick when Horus strangled the life out of his other son, Sanguinius. Oh no! I'm sure you've seen this image at some point. The Emperor then said, "I'm not gonna sugarcoat it," and proceeded to psychically blast Horus into complete oblivion, killing not only his body, but also his soul.
He was like, nah, bro, you cannot kill my other children. You clearly are no longer my son. Praise be to the Emperor. Welcome, Sister Dae. Oh, God. To be fair, Big E was very flawed and was a terrible father. Yeah, but yeah, like, oh my God, he was a terrible dad who caused a lot of people issues by, you know, not telling anyone what he was doing and keeping secrets from his own kids. Okay, but how many, I don't think it's bad for parents to have secrets. Call me controversial. I don't think it's bad, especially if it means that it's for the greater good of the children. Because sometimes kids don't gotta know shit. They don't gotta know the full plan. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that would necessarily make it be like, oh, he's a bad dad. To be fair, I don't know what constitutes him to be a bad father, but if it's just hiding secrets, then I don't know. Dae, these are adult children. I don't care. Listen, I wish my parents had secrets still. They are way too open about things. They tell me everything, and I'm like, God damn it, I wish I didn't know. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I would like to live in ignorant bliss. And maybe that makes me a dumbass that doesn't want to handle responsibility. And maybe that's what makes me a woman, you know? But like, that is me. I don't want to deal with it. Like, if it's too much and I just know that you have the best in mind for me, then like, I'm okay with being ignorant and like compliant. You know what I mean? The problem with those secrets was that they involved, hey, I terminated the beta test versions of you guys. But like, okay, now, oh my god, let's just say that sometimes people don't want to have children, and then they do want to have children later in life. You know what I mean? Like, are you going to tell your future children that you decided to not have children before? You know what I mean? Like, does that make them a bad person? I don't necessarily think so. You get me? See, the problem with that statement is those children were already born. Oh, yeah, that is rough. Me a few years after murdering my children, you know what? I think it's time for round 2. See, this is why having children shouldn't be an obligation. Yeah, that's no bueno. We can always make another. I was like, you guys are boring. I want a new toy. Gimme. Oh, damn, Emperor. See, this is why you shouldn't be a young parent. You gotta take a couple classes and learn how to be a good parent before you decide to have kids. Oh my god. And then Horus learned about that and thought, am I next once the wars are over? Okay, I could see the level of betrayal, because they did say that Horus was a very loyal son. That makes sense if he feels like his dad's going to end up murdering him.
You think you can end me? Well, I shall get you first.
You know, that's what I do to relationships. Before they can dump me, I dump them. So it's a very understandable state of mind. You know, like, I'd rather got than get got. You know what I mean? So I get it. Okay, I get it. When you break it down for me like that, I can understand it. The Emperor ain't looking too good right now. When you break it down like that, that makes a lot more sense.
From this duel, the Emperor is returned to the Golden Throne in order to keep the demons at bay and power the Astronomicon, because without it, humanity would be flying blind. There he sits, slowly dying from his wounds and the strain of powering the Golden Throne. The only thing keeping him alive is feeding upon the souls of 1,000 psychers every single day. This was 10,000 years ago. We are now in the 41st millennium, modern day. Warhammer 40,000.
Oh.
The Emperor remains on his throne. The Imperium is a rotting carcass of an empire, a fascist, xenophobic cult that worships the Emperor as a deity despite him never wanting to be seen as a god. Over the span of 1 million worlds, the ecclesiarchy, the church of the Emperor, is spread throughout. Inquisitors with unparalleled power root out any sign of heresy or lack of devotion to their god Emperor. The other half of the traitor legions move about as Chaos Space Marines, raiding and pillaging the Imperium, while the loyalist half does their best to keep the Empire alive. All throughout this, they must endure Orc invasions, Eldar trickery, the reawakening of the Necron race, and the Great Devourer, the newest tyrannid threat from the darkness between galaxies that has arrived to feast on their worlds. The theme of Warhammer 40,000 is regression and intolerance. Every major faction in Warhammer has had an empire that spanned the galaxy only to be crushed back to a hollow shell of what they once were due to their own failings. Culture, the arts, personal freedom, religious tolerance, the simple possibility that alien life might not want to kill us is considered heretical and is often met with a pistol to the head. There is no time for these things. All there is time for is worship of the God Emperor and a million wars to be fought. To be a human in the 41st millennia is 99% of the time to live a horrible existence. To be one of trillions of other humans across a million worlds throughout the galaxy. A galaxy where AI is outlawed, so humans are repurposed and lobotomized to become slaves. A place where lack of devotion is met with death. And if you even have devotion, there is a good chance the threats to the galaxy, chaos, and aliens will kill you anyway. Warhammer is a world where you revel in being bad. There are protagonists, there are antagonists, but every faction is some shade of evil. Because playing the bad guys is always more fun. And my friend, you have a selection. So pick up that lasgun soldier. You and the other 3 million men and women in this single deployment on this single world in this single battle will now show them the might of the God Emperor. That weapon in your hands has killed 99% of the alien populations in this galaxy. Unfortunately for you, soldier, you're fighting the final 1%. May the Emperor be with us. Glory to the first man to die, for in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only
This is so dope. This is so dope. Ah! No, that was so good. That was so good. Glory to the first man to die. So the way I'm picturing it, they have no time to fuck around. They don't have the privilege to fuck around, you know? Like, they live on the grind daily just to survive. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, I'm so happy. Let's keep it going. This is so cool. Thank you so much, Bricky. You're awesome. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for teaching me. You know what? That was pretty dope. I'm pretty happy and pretty satisfied with that. I know it's not everything, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more to learn. Everybody was making a ton of suggestions of like what I should be reacting to. So we're gonna go through a lot of Warhammer stuff throughout the next few weeks, months. I don't know, there's a lot to learn, and I'm going to learn as much as possible because it's cool. And the community is really, really cool. Everybody's a lot of fun so far from what I've seen, and really creative. Also blood hungry, but you know, you gotta take in some negatives with the positives, you know what I mean? And I can't say I'm not bloodthirsty, you know? Like, I love war.
NANI?
I mean, not like in my real life, maybe not so much. Me, I very much go more into the fantasy realm, so if I were to pick like a section for me to be in, I think it would definitely be like, I'd like to be the original first Eldar Legion, but now the Slaanesh, what is it called? Hold on, help me. Slaanesh. Yep, Slaanesh. Thank you. I think I would probably relate to that one a little bit more with the chaos, to be honest. Yeah, Slaanesh is a foul. Yeah, Slaanesh is, but I kind of dig it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of dig the vibe because like if I were to be doing chaos, that seems really up my alley. When I'm in like a roleplay mindset and like if I were to play this as like an actual game, I feel like that would be something that I'd really like to dive into because it'd be fun and chaotic and messy and stupid. And I love to be stupid when I'm playing stuff like this. So I think I'd fuck around with Slaanesh a bit, to be honest. Now, does that make me a degen? Maybe. Maybe it does. And if it does, show what? Degens, look at Slaanesh and back away, LMAO. I don't back away from a challenge, baby. I don't do that. Listen, I don't think you know how down bad I am, but we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. Oh my god, girl, they will flay you and wait for the skin to grow back because it's hot for them. Yeah, that's fine. I want to join them. I want to take part in doing that. That's what they all say. No, like genuinely, I feel like that would be super fun and chaotic. Like to be a character from Slaanesh, like if I were to be like playing as a character from Slaanesh that was able to do stuff like that, that'd be really funny and really cool and really interesting. Like Bricky said, you want to be super evil and bad and war hungry, like yeah, you're gonna go into like, it's more fun to be evil. It's more fun to be evil. Like who wants to be the good guy? You know what I mean? At least in games.